The train disappears around the bend, taking James away to war. Evelyn collapses on the platform, Ruth holding her as she sobs. Buster whines, confused, looking down the empty tracks where his master vanished. The war has taken him, but it will take so much more before it's done. Before we begin, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel for more original, cinematic stories like this one. If you feel this is something your friends might enjoy, sharing it with them is a great way to experience the story together. Your support truly goes a long way, and it helps make more stories like this possible. September 1942. The days after James leaves feel like years. Evelyn moves through the Carter estate like a ghost. Her father watches her constantly now, satisfied that the mechanic is gone. He believes time will cure her foolishness. He's wrong about the cure. He's right about the time. She writes her first letter that night. Sitting at her desk by candlelight, she pours her heart onto paper. She tells him about Buster sleeping by the door, waiting. She tells him she misses him already. She tells him to come home safe. She signs it with 3 words. I love you. She gives it to Ruth to mail. She doesn't know it will never reach him. The next day she writes another. And the next day another. Every morning she writes. Every afternoon she checks the mail. Nothing comes. Not yet, she tells herself. He's still in training. The letters will come soon. Charles Carter tightens his grip on his daughter. No more sneaking out. No more secret meetings. Ruth is instructed to watch her every moment. Evelyn is a prisoner in her own home, and her only crime was loving the wrong man. Robert Thompson begins to visit. Proper visits now. Chaperoned. He brings flowers. He asks about her day. He's patient, kind even, but she barely sees him. She's somewhere else. Somewhere with James. Margaret, Evelyn's mother, watches her daughter fade. She recognizes the look in Evelyn's eyes. She wore that same look once, years ago, before she married Charles. Before she learned that love and marriage are not always the same thing. She says nothing, but sometimes, late at night, she sits with Evelyn in silence. It's the only comfort she can offer. Ruth continues to help Evelyn send letters, sneaking them past Charles's watchful eye. 3 letters a week become 5. 5 becomes 7. Evelyn writes so many letters her hand cramps. She writes about everything and nothing. The weather, the garden, how Buster won't eat unless she sits with him, how the house feels empty without James in the world, how she counts the days until he returns. She doesn't know he's counting the same days. October becomes November. November becomes December. Christmas arrives cold and hollow. Evelyn wraps a present for James, even though she has nowhere to send it. She keeps it in her drawer, waiting. The community begins to whisper. Poor girl, they say, waiting for a man who might never come back. Her father's friends ask Charles when the wedding to Robert will be. Soon, he tells them. Soon. Fort Benning, Georgia. Basic training. James writes his first letter the night he arrives. He's exhausted, every muscle screaming, but he writes anyway. He tells Evelyn about Sam, about the other men, about how he thinks of her every moment. He tells her he'll be home before she knows it. He gives the letter to the mail officer. It goes into a pile, a very large pile. He writes again the next night, and the next, and the next. Every evening, no matter how tired, no matter how much his body aches, he writes. He waits for her replies. They don't come. Not yet, he tells himself. Mail is slow during wartime. Her letters will come soon. But weeks pass. No letters. He starts to worry. Is she all right? Did something happen? He writes more, desperate now. Please write back. I need to know you're okay. Tell me you're waiting. Tell me you still love me. He doesn't know she's saying the same words an ocean away. December 1942. James and Sam ship out to Europe. The troopship is crowded, loud, full of young men trying to act brave. James writes letters in his bunk while others play cards. Sam asks him how many letters he's written. 43, James says. No replies yet. Sam claps his shoulder. Mail's probably backed up. She's waiting. She loves you. James wants to believe him. They arrive in England first. Cold. Gray. Raining. James writes letter number 50. Then 60. Then 70. Still nothing comes back. He starts to doubt. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe her father stopped her from writing. Maybe she met someone else. He pushes the thoughts away. She promised. She's waiting. January 1943. First combat. Nothing prepares you for the sound. The explosions. The screaming. The way the earth itself seems to shake with violence. James sees his first dead body. Then his second. Then he stops counting. At night, when the guns fall quiet, he writes by candlelight in a muddy foxhole. His hands shake as he holds the pen. He tells Evelyn he's scared. He tells her he sees things he can't unsee. He tells her thinking of her is the only thing keeping him sane. He tells her he loves her. He seals the letter with mud-stained fingers. Into the pile it goes. Back in Mobile, Evelyn checks the mail every single day. Every single day, nothing. 6 months since he left. Nothing. Ruth tries to comfort her. Mail is slow from overseas, she says. He's probably writing to you every day. Evelyn wants to believe her. She writes her 100th letter in March 1943. 100 letters, sent into silence. Her father catches her writing one afternoon. What are you doing? He demands. Writing to James, she says, lifting her chin. He's gone, Evelyn. He's not coming back. You need to accept that. He's not dead, she says fiercely. Yes, he is, her father says. Or he will be. All those boys will be. Evelyn keeps writing. Robert keeps visiting. Twice a week now. He's kind, patient. He never pressures her. He talks about the factory, about the war effort, about safe, boring things. She nods. Doesn't hear a word. He notices but doesn't complain. He's playing a long game. He can wait. Her father has promised him she'll come around eventually. Spring 1943. The Battle of the Bulge. Winter in the Ardennes. James has never been so cold. Snow and ice and death. The Germans push hard. Men fall all around him. Sam stays close, always watching his back. They've survived 6 months of combat together. Brothers now, in every way that matters. James writes when he can. Between battles. During lulls. His letters are shorter now, darker. He's seen too much. Lost too many friends. But he always ends the same way. I love you. I'm coming home. Wait for me. He's written 150 letters. He's received nothing. One morning, a miracle. Mail call. Sam gets 3 letters from his mother. Other men get packages, photographs, news from home. And James gets 1 letter. 1 single letter. His hands shake as he tears it open. It's from Evelyn. Dated 5 months ago, but it's hers. Her handwriting. Her words. I miss you. Buster misses you. I'm waiting. I'll always wait. I love you. James reads it 17 times that day. He memorizes every word. He sleeps with it in his pocket. It's proof. She's waiting. She loves him. The silence doesn't mean what he feared. The letters just aren't getting through. He writes back immediately. 30 pages. Everything he hasn't been able to say. I got your letter. I love you so much. I'll be home soon. Wait for me. Please keep waiting. The letter goes into a mailbag. The mailbag goes into a truck. The truck hits a mine 2 miles down the road. Everything burns. Back in Mobile, one of James's letters makes it to the Carter estate. 1 letter out of nearly 200. The mailman hands it to Charles. Charles sees the return address. Private James Miller. He stands on the porch holding the letter. He could give it to Evelyn. He could let her have this one small piece of hope. He tears it into pieces. Throws it in the trash. No one sees. Evelyn checks the mail that afternoon. Nothing, the maid tells her. Nothing again. Summer 1943. 1 year since James left. Evelyn has written 163 letters. Received 0. She's starting to break. Ruth finds her crying in the garden, clutching the pocket watch. What if he's dead? Evelyn whispers. What if I'm writing to a ghost? Ruth holds her. You know, she says, you'd feel it if he was gone. Evelyn wants to believe her. Robert proposes for the first time. She says no. Gently but firmly. No. Robert nods. Accepts it. I'll wait, he says, until you're ready. Her father explodes when he hears. You foolish girl. That man is dead. Robert is here. Robert is real. Evelyn locks herself in her room for 2 days. August 1943. The Ardennes Forest. Heavy fighting. James and Sam are pinned down behind a destroyed tank. Bullets tear through the air above their heads. Sam looks at James. If I don't make it out of this, tell my ma I love her. James looks back. We're both making it out.
Sam grins.
Yeah, we are. But his eyes say he's not sure anymore. They make it out that day. But the war is grinding them down. James has seen 23 men from his unit die. 23. He writes their names in the back of his Bible. He writes Evelyn's name on the first page. The only thing worth remembering. He writes letter 200 that night. 200 letters into the void. He's starting to break too. September 1943. 1 year exactly since James left. The mailman arrives at the Carter estate with an official telegram. Western Union. War Department. Ruth answers the door. Sees the envelope. Her blood runs cold. She takes it inside. Charles is in his study. Ruth hands him the telegram. He opens it. Reads. His face doesn't change. He walks upstairs to Evelyn's room. Knocks once. Enters. Evelyn is sitting by the window, Buster at her feet. She looks up. Sees her father's face. Sees the telegram in his hand. The world stops. He hands it to her without a word. She takes it with shaking hands. Opens it. Reads. The War Department regrets to inform you that Private James William Miller has been reported missing in action since August 15, 1943. If further information is received, you will be notified immediately. Missing. The word echoes in her skull. Missing. Not dead. Not confirmed dead. Missing. She reads it again. Missing. 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 The telegram falls from her hands. She doesn't scream. Doesn't cry. Just stares at nothing. Charles speaks.
I'm sorry, Evelyn.
But you need to face reality now. He's gone. Whether he's dead or captured or simply lost, he's not coming back. It's time to move on. She doesn't look at him. Get out, she whispers. Evelyn, be reasonable. Get out. She screams. Get out, get out, get out. He leaves. Closes the door quietly. Evelyn sits on the floor. Buster lays his head in her lap. She buries her face in the dog's fur and breaks. Completely. Finally. She sobs until she has nothing left. Ruth finds her there hours later. Still on the floor. Still holding the telegram. Ruth kneels beside her. He could still be alive, Ruth says gently. Missing doesn't mean dead. Evelyn looks at her with empty eyes. It doesn't mean alive either. The truth is, James isn't dead. He isn't even missing anymore. He was separated from his unit for 3 days during a German advance. 3 days lost in the forest, hiding, trying to find his way back. He made it back, filed a report, told them he was alive. But the paperwork takes time. The bureaucracy is slow. The telegram was already sent. James doesn't know Evelyn thinks he's gone. He's alive, writing letters, wondering why she stopped loving him. Autumn 1943. Evelyn exists, but she doesn't live. She moves through the house like a ghost. She stops writing letters. What's the point? She keeps checking the mail anyway. Hope is a cruel thing. It won't die even when you beg it to. Her mother sits with her in the evenings. Margaret doesn't say much, just sits, holds her daughter's hand. One night, she speaks. I was in love once, she says quietly, before your father. A boy from town, poor, kind, made me laugh. My parents forbade it. Married me to Charles instead. Evelyn looks at her mother. Do you regret it? Margaret is quiet for a long time. Every single day she finally says, October, November, December. 6 months since the telegram. Evelyn is a shell. She doesn't fight anymore when Robert visits. She doesn't argue when her father talks about marriage. She just sits, staring at nothing, while they plan her future around her. Robert is patient, unfailingly patient. He talks to her gently, tells her he understands she's grieving, tells her he won't rush her, tells her he'll take care of her when she's ready. She doesn't respond, doesn't even look at him, but she doesn't say no anymore. Winter 1944. The war in Europe rages on. James is still fighting, still alive, still writing. 283 letters now. He's given up hope of replies, but he keeps writing anyway. It's ritual now, routine, the only thing that feels like home. Every night he writes. Every night he tells her he loves her. Every night the letters go nowhere. December 1944. Sam saves James's life. They're crossing a field when mortars start falling. James freezes, caught in the open. Sam tackles him, shoves him toward cover. Get down. Get down. They run. Almost make it. The last mortar hits 10 feet away. The explosion throws them both. James lands hard, ears ringing, can't hear anything. He sits up, looks around.
Sees Sam.
Sam is on the ground 20 feet away, not moving. James crawls to him.
Sam. Sam.
He rolls Sam over. There's so much blood. Sam's eyes are open, staring at the gray sky.
Yames, Sam whispers.
Can't feel my legs. You're okay, James says. You're okay, we'll get a medic.
Sam coughs.
Blood on his lips. Tell my ma. Tell her I love her. No, James says. No, you're gonna tell her yourself. You're gonna be fine.
Sam smiles.
Faintest smile. You're a terrible liar, Miller. His eyes find James. You gotta go home. Promise me. Promise me you'll go home to her. I promise, James whispers. Promise. Sam's smile widens just slightly. Good. That's good. His eyes lose focus. His chest stops moving. James kneels in the mud, holding his best friend's body, and something inside him breaks that will never fully heal. Medics come eventually. Pull Sam away. Pull James away. James sits in a foxhole that night, covered in his best friend's blood, and writes letter 297. I lost Sam today, he writes. I lost my brother. You're all I have left. Please be there when I come home. Please. The letter goes into the pile that's growing faster than it can be sorted. Thousands of letters from thousands of soldiers. All waiting, all hoping, none arriving. January 1945. Evelyn sits in the parlor. Her father and Robert's father sit across from her. Robert stands by the fireplace. Charles speaks. It's been 16 months. Evelyn. 16 months since that boy left. 6 months since he was declared missing. He's not coming back. You need to accept that and move forward. Robert's father adds his voice. Robert has been very patient, very understanding. He's a good man. He'll take care of you, give you the life you deserve. Evelyn says nothing, just stares at her hands. Robert moves closer, kneels in front of her. Evelyn, he says gently, I know you don't love me. I know your heart belongs to someone else. But he's gone. And I'm here. Let me take care of you. Let me give you a life. A future. Please. He pulls a ring from his pocket. Small velvet box. Opens it. Will you marry me? Evelyn looks at the ring. Looks at Robert. Looks at her father. Looks at her hands. She thinks about James. About the pocket watch hidden in her drawer. About 1 year and 4 months of silence. About a telegram that says missing. About how missing might as well mean dead. She opens her mouth. The word comes out flat. Empty. Yes. Robert smiles, relieved. Charles nods, satisfied. Robert's father shakes Charles's hand. Congratulations. Settled then. Evelyn feels nothing. Absolutely nothing. Her mother finds her that night, sitting in the dark. The ring is on her finger. She's crying silently. Margaret sits beside her. You don't have to do this, she whispers. Yes, I do, Evelyn says. I have no choice. Everyone has a choice, Margaret says. Evelyn shakes her head. Not women like us. Not women like us. The wedding is planned quickly. Charles wants it done before she changes her mind. March 1945. Spring wedding. Robert's family spares no expense. It will be beautiful. It will be perfect. It will be a lie. Evelyn goes through the motions. Fittings for a white dress she doesn't want. Flowers she doesn't care about. A future she never chose. The night before the wedding, she opens her drawer. Takes out the pocket watch. Opens it. James's grandfather's watch. His promise. Come back to me. She closes it. Puts it back in the drawer. Closes the drawer. She can't throw it away. But she can't keep carrying it either. The wedding day arrives. March 1945. The church is full. Robert's family. Her father's business associates. Half the town. Everyone who matters is there. Everyone except the one person who mattered. Evelyn stands in the bride's room, staring at herself in the mirror. White dress. Flowers in her hair. She looks like a bride. She feels like a corpse. Ruth helps her with her veil. You can still leave, Ruth whispers. Run. I'll help you. Evelyn shakes her head. Where would I go? The music starts. Her father comes to walk her down the aisle. He offers his arm. She takes it. They walk through the doors. Everyone stands. Everyone smiles. Everyone watches the beautiful bride walk toward her future. Evelyn sees Robert at the altar. He looks nervous, happy, hopeful. She feels nothing. Her father places her hand in Robert's, gives her away, sits down. The minister begins. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. The words wash over her. She doesn't hear them. She's somewhere else. Under an oak tree, dancing in moonlight.
Kissing in a garage.
Saying goodbye at a train station. Wait for me. Promise. The promises they made that neither could keep. Do you, Evelyn Rose Carter, take this man? She blinks. Everyone is looking at her. Waiting. Robert is looking at her. His eyes ask the question. Are you sure? She opens her mouth. Hesitates. Looks toward the door. What if he walked in right now? What if he came back? What if? But the door doesn't open. No one comes. Because James is an ocean away. On a battlefield. Thinking she's forgotten him. Because the letters never arrived. Because sometimes love isn't enough. She looks back at Robert. At the minister. At her father's stern face. I do, she whispers. The words feel like a betrayal. Like a death. But she says them. I now pronounce you man and wife. Robert kisses her. Gentle. Respectful. She closes her eyes. Somewhere, an ocean away, James is writing another letter. He doesn't know he's already lost. The reception is beautiful. Music. Dancing. Champagne. Everyone congratulates the happy couple. Evelyn smiles. Thanks them. Plays her part perfectly. Inside, she's screaming. That night, she moves into Robert's house. His home is nice, comfortable, well-furnished. Everything she's supposed to want. Buster comes with her. Robert insisted. Whatever makes you comfortable, he said. The dog is part of the family now. Buster whines that first night. Sits by the door. Waiting. Always waiting. Evelyn kneels beside him. He's not coming, boy, she whispers. He's not coming. Buster lays down but doesn't stop watching the door. Neither does Evelyn. March becomes April. April becomes May. Evelyn is a wife now. Mrs. Robert Thompson. She wears the ring. Sleeps in his house. Sits at his dinner table. But she's not really there. She's a ghost in someone else's life. Robert tries. He's kind. Patient. Doesn't pressure her for anything she's not ready to give. But slowly, inevitably, Their marriage becomes real. Not love, not passion, just survival. Just two people going through motions. Sometimes that's all marriage is. May 8, 1945. The radio crackles to life. The war in Europe is over. Germany has surrendered. Victory in Europe Day. The whole country celebrates. Parties in the streets. Flags waving. Everyone crying with joy. The boys are coming home. Evelyn sits in Robert's living room, listening to the announcement. The war is over. The soldiers are coming home. James is coming home. The thought hits her like a freight train. Oh God, he's coming home. And she's married to another man. Robert sees her face. Understands immediately. He's alive then, he says quietly. It's not a question. Evelyn can't speak. Just nods. Robert is quiet for a long moment. I'm sorry, he finally says. And surprisingly, he means it. June 1945. Soldiers start returning. Ships full of men in uniform, tired but alive, coming home to parades and tears and relief. Families reunite at train stations. Sons embrace their mothers. Husbands kiss their wives. The war is over. They survived. James Miller is on one of those ships, staring at the coastline appearing on the horizon. America. Home. Evelyn. He's going home to Evelyn. 2 years and 9 months since he saw her last. 2 years and 9 months of hell. But he survived. He kept his promise. He's coming home. He pulls out her letter. The one letter he received. 2 years old now, creased and worn from being read 1,000 times. I'm waiting. I'll always wait. She's waiting. She promised. He'll be home in days. He doesn't know about the telegram. Doesn't know about the wedding. Doesn't know his letters never arrived. Doesn't know that while he was fighting for his life, she was fighting for her survival in a different way. Doesn't know he's already lost her. He writes one more letter. The last letter. Number 329. I'm coming home, he writes. I kept my promise. Wait for me. He seals it. Gives it to the male officer on the ship. Into the pile it goes. Immobile, Evelyn stands in front of the bathroom mirror. She's been feeling strange for weeks. Tired. Sick in the mornings. She already knows, but she needs to be sure. She goes to the doctor. The doctor confirms it. Congratulations, Mrs. Thompson. You're pregnant. About 2 months along. Evelyn walks home in a daze. Pregnant. She's pregnant with Robert's child. The final nail. The final ending. Even if James comes home. Even if he forgives her for marrying. This child. This makes it permanent. This makes it real. This makes it impossible. She goes home. Robert is in his study. She tells him. He's overjoyed. A baby. Our baby. He embraces her. She stands stiff in his arms. Lets him celebrate. Feels nothing. That night, she opens the drawer. Takes out the pocket watch. Opens it. James's face looks back at her from the faded photograph. I'm sorry, she whispers. I'm so sorry. She closes the watch. Puts it back in the drawer. Closes the drawer. Locks it. She can't look at it anymore. Buster whines at the door. Still waiting. Still hoping. Still believing. Evelyn puts her hand on her stomach. Feels the life growing there. A life that isn't James's. A life that means James can never be hers again. June 1945. James's ship docks. He walks down the gangplank, duffel bag over his shoulder, heart pounding. He's home. He's finally home. Other soldiers are met by families. Crying. Hugging. Kissing. James looks through the crowd. She's not there. Of course she's not. She doesn't know he's arriving today. He'll go to her. He'll show up at her door. Surprise her. He imagines her face when she sees him. The way she'll run to him. The way she'll cry. The way she'll kiss him. I waited. I kept my promise. You came back. He catches a bus to Mobile. The familiar roads. The familiar streets. Everything looks the same. Like he never left. But he's not the same. He's seen things. Done things. Lost things. Sam's face flashes in his mind. He pushes it away. Think about Evelyn. Think about home. The bus drops him at the edge of town. He walks, duffel bag heavy on his shoulder. He's tired, so tired. But he keeps walking. Toward her. Always toward her. He'll be at her house soon. At the Carter estate. He'll knock on the door. She'll answer. And everything will be okay. Everything will finally be okay. He doesn't know what's waiting. Doesn't know about Robert. Doesn't know about the pregnancy. Doesn't know that the girl who promised to wait couldn't wait forever. Doesn't know that silence killed them both. He turns onto her street. The Carter estate comes into view. White columns. Manicured lawns. Just like he remembers. He walks faster. Almost running now. Almost home. Almost back to her. He's smiling. For the first time in years, he's smiling. Because he's home. Because he kept his promise. Because she's waiting. He doesn't know he's already too late. He doesn't know that 329 letters weren't enough. He doesn't know that sometimes love dies in silence. September 15th, 1942. He left. March 1945. She got married. June 1945. He came home. And nothing would ever be the same.
And that's where the story ends. If you enjoyed watching, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more original, cinematic stories. Sharing the video with others who enjoy storytelling also helps support the work. Thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you in the next story.